Holy crap, I am freaking out. Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. This is a real paradox. Anyway, last time, Palpatine executed Order 66, turning the clone army against the Jedi. Yoda was able to escape Kashyyyk with the help of Chocolate Chewbacca and the completely absent Tarful, who was in LEGO Star Wars 1. I don't know what happened there. Now it is time for him to reunite with Obi-Wan Kenobi as episode 3 continues, but things are about to take a shocking twist. From their perspective, we already know what happens by this point. In Chapter 5, Ruin of the Jedi, Palpatine has issued Order 66, turning the clone army against the Jedi. Across the galaxy, clones have gunned down their Jedi generals. Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi have survived and head for the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. They hope to find some answers to this shocking turn of events within the Jedi archives. And some answers they will get. Because who? Who could have done this? The answer is Palpatine, actually, but we don't. There's no Jedi younglings in this game. Boy, this place is a lot more colourful in LEGO Star Wars 1. They made some weird graphical changes in the Complete Saga. Most of them for the better, but here I would say for worse. This place looks a lot nicer in LEGO Star Wars 1. Anyway, I believe this was an abandoned concept for Revenge of the Sith. It was either an abandoned concept or it was scrapped. That's the same thing. It was either an abandoned concept or a deleted scene, but I don't recall any deleted scene like this in the DVD. Like things like Shakti's death is still in there. One of I think at least 2 deaths she has had over the course of the series. But yeah, we have clones. They're simply known as disguised clones, just clones in disguise as Jedi. The only time we'll be seeing them without their helmets on. And I don't know how late in production this was abandoned, because if I recall correctly again, the original LEGO Star Wars came out just a little bit before Revenge of the Sith. So was it just like, alright, well, we've already had this level in development for long enough now. We may as well just use it. And that, if that's the case, then what happened to Bounty Hunter Pursuit? It's just weird. Well, it's a neat idea, but it's just weird. Well, here's a question though. Why do Jedi wear those robes? Like, they just wear them normally, but the moment they begin fighting, which in Star Wars happens a lot, they take off the robes. So why do they even bother wearing them if they're always just going to take them off? I mean, in this game, the robe is always just in the form of a cape, really. Somebody is obviously didn't watch The Incredibles. But like what we're seeing here with like Yoda and Obi-Wan's capes, these would be their robes, but they always just take the form of capes here. But for characters like well, actually, for just Darth Maul and Darth Sidious, they are still wearing... They do wear the cape with the hood as well. So it looks a bit closer, but I still don't know why it comes in the form of a cape. And why Luke wears one in Return of the Jedi level, I don't know. Boy, that happens a lot faster in LEGO Star Wars 1. And it doesn't freeze you in place, it just happens really quickly. Yeah, like even in LEGO Star Wars 2, Luke will have a cape when we get to Return of the Jedi. I don't know why, because his robes didn't even reach the ground. It was just like shirt, trousers with a belt, if I recall correctly anyway. So why he has a cape, I don't know. Maybe it was just tradition by that point. It's just like, you know, we've got all the others' capes. It just proves that you're a Jedi now, or a disguised clone, so let's just give him a cape as well. You know, another Commander Cody. I guess in the end they're all Commander Cody, aren't they? Because they're all clones. They're all Jango Fett, but it's just weird how you can come up with one more clone model. And yet Cody was such a good guy during the Clone Wars. Right, yeah, I really hate these things. Because they had a bit of wind up there. I believe in LEGO Star Wars 1 they start firing immediately. So you kind of have to take a cheap hit. No, go back. We'll stand there. Wait, in LEGO Star Wars 1 that gives you a lot more studs. I thought the LEGO Star Wars 1 levels were giving me more studs. We haven't reached LEGO Star Wars 2 yet. Anyway, yeah, you can move all those LEGO pieces around if you want to. At least they will give you studs here. In LEGO Star Wars 1, the ones that you can sort of... that we saw while I was walking down the path, they went out to the side. And they sort of exploded into studs. They were always there, but all of these other ones, you could shake them around a bit, but they didn't give you anything. Oh, now it needs stormtroopers. Okay, here I guess it kind of makes sense. They installed it incredibly quickly, but it kind of makes sense. So this is like a really longer version of the scene that we had in Revenge of the Sith. They were only attacking the clones for a few seconds, and they were all on the outside. Whoops. They were all on the outside. And that is how you do a Jedi mind trick on a clone, including stormtroopers. You turn the helmet around. You can't actually trick them into doing anything. You can't tell them these are not the droids they're looking for. Or that they don't want to sell you death sticks and go home to rethink their life. That's about the effect. What I said. All you do is just turn their helmet around, or in some characters, you just confuse them. In the case of the Sith, it kind of depends on the character and who they're using it on. Vader will choke someone. The Emperor will use his lightning. And I believe there's like a few different abilities. Darth Maul and Count Dooku I don't really remember. I think Count Dooku just uses Jedi mind tricks. I don't think he uses lightning. And Darth Maul I don't remember. But I think sometimes it also does depend on what they're being used on. But you can also use those abilities on your partner character. And one very dark thing I do kind of like doing is I can go... is with my partner character, I will force choke them. Vader will let go, and that will make him lose a heart. Then you can immediately grab them again, and you can just sort of do like a juggling force choke. I am very dark. Oh, they just explode into Sith blocks now, do they? Yoda? Alright, it wasn't coming out, that's why. And weirdly, you have to let go of them. The Ruin of the Jedi is a very short level. There's really not much here. I guess it's because they also didn't really have much of a scene to go on. You know, this is fine. Something tells me I'm not going to have enough studs by the end, but this is fine. But now we are in the Jedi Archives room. I thought it looked a bit more like a library, but... well, yeah, it looked more like a library. Right, this section we can't really do much because it requires a Sith character. Ironic, I know, but it requires a Sith character to move the things out of the walls. And that was the case in LEGO Star Wars 1 as well. This area always needed a Sith character. Or in this bit's case, a blaster character. I have neither. I don't know why I can't just force jump my way up there. But force jumping is not a thing in this game. Only the AI can do it. Come on, Obi-Wan, kill him. And yes, I said kill him. You can just kill people in this game. No Jedi remorse whatsoever. Nope. Blast the character. I don't know. I don't think I can jump up that high to be able to absorb them. Oh, good with that one. In fact, see if I can just make that one back here. No, I can't. It's gone. Worth a try. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get even remotely close. Should have... Oh, I could have used it on this one. Damn it. Should have... I guess they changed it because you can now get a lot more studs in the previous section. Woo! Thank you. Maybe they were always that generous. At least that gives you one. Right, this side requires free play mode because I believe you pretty much need an astromech droid. I think Boba Fett can do it as well. You need him to get into all of those areas. You need them to get into those areas. We're interested in the left side.
Give me a sec. I'm on it.
Once I've collected all the studs. Studs, study, studs, studs, studs. Yeah, study. Stay in school, kids. Unless it's a terrible school, in which case, try a different school. I want to say these ones don't give you a load of studs. No, they don't. Well, they did. Why didn't the other ones? You get a lot of studs in this room in LEGO Star Wars 1. The first time you pulled any of these things out, each one would give you a stud. They got rid of most of that here. This room is also nowhere near as blue. This is very blue. Oh, how did I miss that? Obi-Wan, what kind of attack was that? Right, I don't know what... Ah, wait, so that does work. Why was it going early in the previous bit? Hang on. I'm going back round, and I'm going to investigate this. Why has that not done anything? Screw you, platforms. I am a Jedi like my father before me. No, that doesn't really make sense. You failed, platforms. Jumping on these things can be a bit awkward. You should have to jump outwards and then jump upwards. Oh yeah. I want... that I can grab. Boy, you gained a lot there, didn't I? I mean, I guess really your best strategy for jumping on these really would just be a go sideways! Oh, you have to get the top one first. Let's try that again. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. You do go slightly upwards when doing that. Like, even these would give you like a load of studs in LEGO Star Wars 1. You'd end up missing most of them during that cutscene. Which just does the close-up, but it did give you studs. Studs everywhere. It's all about studs. If you're a stud, then I don't know where to carry on with that sentence. Oh, those ones didn't give me any, but the other ones did. Okay, we're selective here, are we? Right. That didn't do much. Are all these ones now individual? So that is yes. Everyone. Nope, none of those gave me anything. There's more up here. Oh, never mind. How uninteresting. Right, well that should allow us to gain access to that other room. That's supposed to... that happens immediately in LEGO Star Wars 1. I don't know why I didn't do it here. Not enough studs. I mean, that's not the end, but we're not far from the end. Let's see what I can do here. Get on with it! I don't care. I want my studs. I know I've already failed in one level. I don't want to fail in another one. No, it's not going to work with this one. That one's too high. Oh, well. I'll carry on then. Don't know why I'm jumping. It doesn't. I don't think it really makes any difference. Not going to be enough in here. I wish I had a bounty hunter. Right, well, we need that, but you can just go to that little bit to the other side. There's nothing down there, though. Yeah, this exists for some reason. This all exists. That's new, however. There isn't a mini kit down here or anything. I don't know why this is a thing. Well, I have successfully wasted our time. That was so close as well. That was like it's only 33,000. That's 2 levels. Revenge of the Sith, what are you doing to me? Damn! Oh, it was 20! I still don't think that was enough, actually. Oh, Shakti just cannot get a break, can she? Like, how many different ways has she died? I guess they couldn't really show it being younglings. But now, Anakin Skywalker has turned to the dark side. He has become Darth Vader. We must do something. I wonder how Padme's doing. We haven't seen her at all so far. Wonder if we'll see her anytime soon. Maybe in this level we'll see her. I don't know. Let's find out. As we enter the final chapter of the prequel trilogy. Chapter 6. Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker, once the young pod racing champion of Tatooine, Padawan to Obi-Wan Kenobi and hero of the Clone Wars, has finally given in to his secret emotions and fallen to the dark side. His wife Padme rushes to the volcanic world of Mustafar, hoping to turn Anakin back from his dark path. She has no idea that Anakin's former master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is hiding aboard her ship. Try reading that in LEGO Star Wars 1, you will find that it goes way too fast. And before you can even finish reading it, it will fade away. The only one where you don't get really a chance to read it. And boy, this pregnancy looks weird in LEGO. That's this is the only level where in the cutscenes you can see Padme. Alright. Now despite the situation, they're mostly going to be helping each other in this level. In LEGO Star Wars 1, every single time you see one of these explosions, it will be releasing a load of studs. This is the level you grind in LEGO Star Wars 1. They clearly took that away here. I can't even reclaim the other studs. But yeah, LEGO Star Wars 1, this is where you would grind studs. Because you got a load. Every explosion gave you studs. Every time you died, those studs would come back. It's a bit of a slow process, but it works. As long as that doesn't keep happening. Unfortunately, it's also a bit awkward to really see where you're going with all the explosions around. Ah, alright. Don't double jump. Would be my new recommendation. Now, in LEGO Star Wars 1, because they didn't have the rights to Revenge of the Sith music, they, as I've already mentioned, had to use music from the original trilogy. So here, it will be playing the theme that plays when the rebels first arrive at the second Death Star. It's a bit of the Imperial March, a bit of some other music, and what's it like? And that would be the music that would play here, but this is the complete saga. They now have the rights to the music. And that is a very good thing, because for this level, we have Duel of the Fates. One of my favourite pieces of music ever. I love this song. I remember all these mini kits being in these locations. Maybe they moved them a bit. Oh, it's right there. But yeah. Why am I calling it Duel of the Fates? It's my favourite piece of music. Yeah, it's not... Boy, but I do not know the name. It is not called Duel of the Fates at all. It is called Battle of the Heroes. I do not know why I said Duel of the Fates and now I sound really stupid. You call yourself a fan of this piece of music? It's much closer than what we would call a real Star Wars fan. At least I actually like it. Yeah, when you're going for everything, you may struggle to finish in time. You'll probably find the place ends up collapsing down. See if I can go faster, especially if you're also going for the mini kit and the hidden doorway to the other on the other side, which is where all the separatist leaders would be, but none of them appear in this game. Not that they ever really did anything in the first place. Well, that was inappropriate. It's so weird how they fight in the cutscenes, but in gameplay all they do is just help each other. Except there, I just pushed him off, but it went, my blue stud went with it. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why Anakin didn't respawn. I meant that I couldn't really do anything. Alright, come on Anakin. Respawn this time, please. I'm pretty sure a lot of these mini kits are now in new locations. Oh, well, at least I got the true Jedi in the process of that. Right. Not too worried here, we just gotta keep moving. Every time I look at that, I think it looks like a seatbelt. Like, it just does. It looks like a yellow seatbelt. So, how about all of the stuff we see Anakin and Obi-Wan doing in this scene? Like, for real. It is awesome, but it is also some of the most ridiculous stuff you will ever see. And I'd like to point out that they landed on the middle of this thing. So why have I ended up on the side? Or on the end? And this is what I don't get again. We'll criticize Leia simply for pulling herself back to the ship, but everything we see Obi-Wan and Anakin doing here is freaking ridiculous. But Leia pulling herself back to the ship? Oh no, that's terrible. Doesn't make sense. Yes, this scene is awesome, but it's still ridiculous. They are getting ridiculously close to lava. I don't know how close you can safely approach lava, but I think you can get this close, especially with this much of it. Boy, these explosions aren't in LEGO Star Wars 1. It's a lot harder to see where you're going now. They're getting this close to lava. They're backflipping, super jumping, like that. Why can't I do that? They're backflipping, they're super jumping, they're doing all sorts of crazy things. And it's ridiculous. All Leia does is pull herself back to the ship in a series that's long established that breathing in space is capable. But we're perfectly fine with this. Yeah, you have got more health. Oh, they got rid of that here. I believe this cutscene is a bit different depending on who you're playing as. Like, at first, Anakin will seemingly have the upper hand. You know, he has the higher ground. But, not there. Because I finished it with Obi-Wan instead. In LEGO Star Wars 1, if you switch characters, the character you're fighting will regain all of their health. The meter will go back up. But your health will stay the same. You don't need to worry about dying in that bit. If you fall in the lava, you'll have to restart. But if the other character just takes away all of your health, the cutscene still plays. It doesn't matter who wins. Because in the end, Obi-Wan wins. He had the higher ground. Honestly, Anakin, you were his brother. He loved you. Even though he's considerably older than you, think he'd be more like a son. But anyway. Right. But things are not over. We have like 6 more films. And it really looks like Obi-Wan is desperate for a pee. That's the most accurate. Leia's already born with a full head of hair. Including it's even in the donut shapes. Wait, they add all of these graphical details in the complete saga, but they took away the tears. Where are all the tears? And why is Anakin's hair still there? He's like got no burns at all. All they did was just pretty much remove the legs of the model. I know it's made of Lego, but still. Could go to a bit more detail. But now he is Darth Vader. And because of the lack of detail, his skin has now changed colour. Lord Vader, can you hear me? Yes, my master. Where is Padme? Is she alright? I'm afraid in your anger, you killed her. I couldn't have. She was alive and I felt it. No! I should have just said that, really, not bother with all the rest of it. Anyway. Look, he's fine again now. We're all fine. We're all fine. Nothing happened. Oh, that no. That no. And people call The Last Jedi badly acted. You know, that's just not plain true. That's just plain untrue. That's just about the best acted Star Wars film so far. Anyway, we failed 2 of those, but at least one of them went slightly well. I mean, I had to restart the game back up to Mustafar pod race, but other than that, it went well. But that is the end of the prequel trilogy, somewhat. We still have another 3 to go. This game's title is misleading after all nowadays. Still waiting for it though. Where's Lego Star Wars Rogue One and where's Lego Star Wars The Last Jedi? Still waiting for it and it's not been delivered. Then again, I guess how close would that mean we get Lego Star Wars The Last Jedi and Lego Star Wars Solo? But anyway, next up, we're going to be heading into the original trilogy with Lego Star Wars 2. The original trilogy, with Episode 4, A New Hope, or as many of you will just come to know it as Star Wars, which is rather confusing now. So, I will see you guys then.